Rest. And this will be brilliant. Can I borrow that overnight? I'm David Hurley. I'm the first countertenor with the group and have been now for over 21 years. We work as a team, and the moment you join, you are a full member of the King Singers. There's no sort of hierarchy. Yes, some of us have less hair, some of us have greyer hair, some of us have both less hair and greyer hair than others, but we work as a team, and so when we choose a new member, we do that as a team as well. What we do is we invite people to come along and audition. They stand in, they learn some repertoire, and we don't sing to us, but they sing with us. And we just get a feel for how someone fits into the group. Generally, they have the pedigree to do the job in terms of what they've done before and in terms of the quality of their voice. But we're looking for something specific, someone who has the ability just to fit in, who has a innate ability to sing as part of an ensemble. We've had some fantastic singers who have great futures ahead of them as solo singers, but maybe not as members of the King Singers. And yet we always find that one person. And somehow, almost from the minute the person walks in, you just get this gut feeling that they are the right people. And so it is lovely to look back on the auditions of people who have been colleagues of mine for a very long time and realise, yes, we made a good choice there.
It doesn't actually sound.
But out there it often sounds.
Yeah. Right, okay.
We should test it tomorrow.
Yeah.
My name's Timothy Wainwright, and I sing the second countertenor part in the King Singers, and I started back in February 2009. The auditioning process is quite a long, drawn-out affair, as you can imagine. You have to be asked to audition for the King Singers. It's not a case of sending your CV around to groups, freelance groups, and hoping for the best. So it's a huge privilege to be phoned up and approached by the King Singers to get the opportunity. Once you've accepted your audition spot, Philip Lawson in the group, the first baritone, who has the entire King Singers library in his garage at home, he sends you a little parcel of music to learn. Now, in the first round of auditioning, it's a lot to do with the instrument itself. As I was saying, the blend, whether you can come in and out of the soloistic edge. In my second round, it was more to do with the personality. You spend 6 months of the year with 5 other chaps, and you have to be able to get along together. It's as simple as that. You can have the best voice in the world, but if you're not a particularly likeable character, you just would not fit in.
You sort of just disappear.
Yeah, I know.
Which is a fantastic way to be around.
I'm Jonathan Howard. I'm the new bass in the King Singers, and I've been in the group since October 2010. The interesting thing about joining a group like the King Singers, which started, I think, 19 years before I was born, is that you're sort of having to join a tradition immediately, and you're having to learn how to sing in the King Singers mould very quickly. You're having to learn all the repertoire that is quintessentially King Singers repertoire very quickly. And you automatically are sort of, I mean, we still have our own identity on stage, and we still are very much our own people within the group, and when with our fans, sort of into, talking with our fans and things like that. But when we're on stage, you sort of have to rid yourself of the soloist guys that you've tried to cultivate for so long. And I think that's one of the things which is toughest when joining a group like this, is that you're suddenly have to kind of almost renounce your musical individuality for the greater purpose of the group. And that's something which is both very rewarding and quite difficult.
I'm Philip Lawson, and I sing first baritone with the group and have done for nearly 18 years. The crucial thing about this group is that it's not formed of a soloist and an accompanying group. It is the voice of the group is the 6-part nature of the harmony that we produce. So there are some songs which simply don't lend themselves to it because they're so melody driven. What works for us is is a song that can incorporate texture and that can use harmony, and particularly close harmony with the notes close together. And it's this sort of feel which, if we're in a hall which seats 2,000 people, that kind of sound that we make, which is very close, produces the right sort of harmonics to project the sound into the hall without needing microphones. And that's why I say that some pieces don't work for us, because they don't lend themselves to this close harmonic texture. So it's our job to find a song to which you can do that in your arrangement.
I'm Chris Cavitus. I'm the second baritone in the group, and I've been in the group now for 7 years. It brings different types of demands, really. I mean, there are the musical demands, which really mean making sure you're on top of all the music that you have to perform, and ensuring that by the time you reach a performance and walk out on stage, you really know the music inside out, and you can perform over and above just simply singing the notes, but making a really special effort with everything that you do. Off stage, there are the demands of travel and flights, staying in hotels, being away from the people you love most. And that causes heartache sometimes, but there's also a huge determination to do the best you can, and to realise that, of course, everybody has to work, but this is a very special job, and we're incredibly lucky to be doing something that we love so much.
My name is Paul Phoenix. I'm the tenor in the King Singers. I've been in the group since September 1997. The philosophy of the King Singers is that we are an equal partnership. The way we work together as equals. So whether you've been in the group 6 months or over 20 years, your contribution to the group is exactly the same. Your status in the group is exactly the same. And your relevance, your opinion, counts as much as the next man. That's the beauty of working in this group. We're also very lucky that in working in this group, we work together as a group of friends, and that is something which is reflected in performance. I think it would be a different vibe, a different feel to an audience if we were merely colleagues who, at the end of each performance, went our separate ways. But because of our grueling schedule, because of the way that we work, because of the 120-odd concerts that we perform in a year, we've got very good, close relationships with one another. And that's reflected in the way that we perform, but it's also reflected in the fact that we're good friends, and we know how to laugh together, but we're also pretty sensitive to one another's emotions. And we'll know when someone's feeling down, but equally we'll know when someone's feeling up.
Maybe try it without the tune
Don't
coming
sing.
in.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just go to the same place, yeah.
I like it when the G is pushed, is quite...
Tiny bit higher. Yeah, it's just a tiny bit higher, that G. Okay.
Same thing? Should we go on this time?
Yeah.
And actually, yes, whereas the C is a bit...